For those of you who don't know, I am Sarah Velasquez. I am the director of the communications core, and you've probably seen me before. If you haven't, hello. I am the one that's making sure all your data is collected. So if you're getting the emails about PyStar and you need to complete that, that's because of me. Today we are having Felicity from iPoster present to us about how to use the iPoster system. Those of you, all of you here should be presenting a poster at the symposium in January. And so she will talk to you about how to use the system and to build your poster. So I am going to hand it off to her, and thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Sarah. And thanks, guys, for joining today. So I wanted to start, first of all, I'll just let you hold all the questions till the end. I'll leave some time at the end so we can answer questions then. And you can either ask them out loud or in the chat, whatever you're more comfortable with. I wanted to just start off with the welcome email. So this was sent out, I think it was last week, it might have been the week before. You should have all received this. And if you haven't seen it in your inbox, maybe just check your spam or promotions folders. They do sometimes end up there. If you still can't find it after checking there, you can email our support team and we will send you out a copy and your login details. And I'll put that in the chat after as well, that email. So essentially, this email contains some information about your presentation at the upcoming K-INBRE conference. And it does include the login link here and also your username and password. There's some information on the deadline here. So you're asked to publish by January 5th. You can still edit after this publishing date. So if you need to make any last minute tweaks or changes, you can still go in and do that. And then down here, we just have some links to our support guides like tutorials and FAQs, a quick guide, etc. It's all on our author resources page. There's also contact information here for Hayata, and this is our support email here. And again, I'll pop that in the chat afterwards. That's basically it for the welcome email. I just want to take you quickly through last year's gallery as well. So this is essentially what will be shown on the screens at the conference. It will contain all of the poster presentations that have been published for the conference. And what a participant will do, or what you'll do when you're presenting, is go up to the screen and tap on, search for your poster first of all, and then tap on it to open it up and expand it. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different filters up here. You can filter by university, scientific focus, status, session, etc. You can do a search as well here. I'm not sure if these will be 100% the same this year, but there will be filters up here still anyway. We also have a sort function. This is kind of new. I'm not sure if it was available last year, but essentially you can sort by different methods here. So I'm just going to put on a most popular sort. And I wanted to just show you a few posters here. There's one I found before with some video, this one here. So when you open up the poster, you can see in this one, this author has decided to include some videos that play automatically when the poster is opened. When you click into these content boxes, these will expand, and you can also expand any media into its full size as well. And then to exit out of these content boxes, you would just click outside. I just quickly wanted to show you images as well. So they look kind of small when they're in the content boxes like this, but again, when they're clicked on, they will expand to their full size. So we always recommend that you submit, when you're uploading images, they're always the biggest they can be, up to 1920 by 1080 pixels. This will just ensure that they look better on the screens on site. And then the other thing you'll notice is these buttons down here in the right-hand corner. And these contain information that the author has added in the editor. And some of them are optional, some of them are defaulted, and you can kind of play around with those settings in your poster as well. Great, so I'll just go back out of here. And then I just wanted to show you another poster as well. This one's interesting because this author has decided to use an image in the background, and you can do that as well, or you can choose to have different colors, but it does make for a really interesting look on this particular poster. Great. So now I'm going to take you to the login page. So I'll just click that link here and grab my login details. So when you first log into the system, you'll just see this welcome page. This just has more links that are still included in the welcome invitation. So just our guides and tutorials, and also a link to our privacy information page. Then you click the green button and you'll be presented with a number of templates that you can choose from. The top 6 ones here are interactive templates. And then the bottom one here is if you want to just upload a static PDF, you can do so here. So for this tutorial, I'm going to show you one of these templates because these 2 bottom ones here have a slideshow function, which is kind of interesting. So this template will load, and what I'm going to do is just add some content into it so we can start to make it look like a poster. So I'm just copy pasting some information over from a Notepad document. Notepad's like a plain text document, so there's no issues with copy pasting straight from one of these documents. But I know that a lot of you will probably be copy pasting from like websites or PDFs or Word docs, something that's not plain text basically. And I just want to show you what happens if you do that. So I'm just going to paste some more information here, and you'll notice this paste box comes up. And this is just to strip away any unwanted code or any formatting that we don't want in the system. And then it will just paste the information in there, and you can format it from there in the system. And you can see there's this toolbox up here, and that's how you'll do all your formatting. I'm just going to add some titles to each of these as well. All right, so what I'm going to run through first of all, I'll show you the Design Your Poster button. This will basically is where you can insert a background image if you'd like to put one in there, or you can add some colors to your background. So I'm just going to choose a couple of different colors here. And I just want to change this background color here because it doesn't contrast very well. So let me make it blue. All right, and now I can see that my writing is a bit dark here, so I just want to change that and make it stand out. Oh no. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to take you first of all through the content box toolbar up here. Sorry, I just have to keep moving the Zoom controls. That's why I'm all over the place here a bit. Okay. All right, so I don't want to focus too much on the bottom 2 rows because these are pretty self-explanatory, you know, found in most word processing systems like bolding, italics, underline. You can add super or subscript, you can do lists or dot points, and you can align your text using these buttons, etc. Change the font, change the size, and then you can add color or add a highlight if you want to here. I'm going to focus on this top row. These are sort of adding in the interactive elements. So first up, we have adding an image in. You can either drop your file into this box here, or you can click here and it will open up the files on your computer. I'm just going to drop a file because I already have that one prepared. You just have to wait for it to fully upload here. then you'll notice that these settings come up and you can decide on your alignment. You can add alternative text here, and you can choose to have a caption if you want to. So I'm just going to click OK and then add my caption in. So my recommendation when you are creating your posters as well, it is easier to add all your text in first and then add the other bits sort of as you go, because it's easier to put the media in between the text rather than trying to do it the other way around. All right, so next up, we have got the embed video function here. So I'm just going to open that up and grab a YouTube video link. What you have to do is paste an embed link. We do it from YouTube or Vimeo into this box here. And then your video will be embedded there. Now, if you do have a video file as well, we can include that. It hasn't actually been turned on in the settings yet, so I have to go and do that at a later point, but you'll be able to insert a video as well from your files. Let's see what we've got next. So the next tool that we have here is called the iframe tool. And this would be if you wanted to insert like 3D visualization or maybe some interactive image that you have. I'll show you an example. Some people like to include like interactive data sets. Just going to put this one in here. We do have a list of domains that we've already whitelisted for embedding iframes from. They're listed down here. And if you create an image or anything on one of these domains, then you'll be able to use it here automatically. But if there's a domain that you want to add an iframe from and it's not on this list, we'll need to first test it. So you've just got to send us an email at our support email, and we can check that for you. So I'm just going to go OK. In the editing view, some of the components don't show up as they will in the actual preview mode. I'll show you how that looks after we've added a few more elements in, but the iframe essentially will look like this in the editor, and that's by design. Okie doke. So I think the next thing we've got to add is audio. So we'll just click on that audio snippet. So you might want to add audio if you are explaining the information in this particular text box, because we also have a narration feature if you wanted to add audio to provide an audio description of your entire presentation. So again, it's the same as the image. You would just click here or drag and drop your audio file. And when it uploads, you'll see that there is a button where you can enter a transcript if you want to. So just click on that. It's fine. Okay, it's embedded my own frame in there. That's not what I wanted to do. Cool. And then you can, again, just use this toolbox here to edit the text as you would like. Just going to make that a heading. And then when you're done here, just click this cross to get out. And this is a little bit tricky when you do want to, if you do want to go back and edit the transcript you've created for this, you just have to make sure the box is expanded and you click inside this yellow bounding box here, double click. And this will come up again, and then you can edit as needed. In some browsers, you might even have to like right click and then click on audio properties. Great. Let me just go to this box. So this little button down here will minimize the menu essentially so that you can work on this final box here. And I'll just check what we've got. The next one up here is adding an equation. So you can fit this as you need to and add to it and then click OK. And the equation as well is another one like the iframe. It looks a little bit funny in the editing view, but it will look a lot better in the preview mode. And that's how your participants will see it at the conference. And the other one I wanted to just show you as well is if we include some let's just include some super text here, for example. You can see that it doesn't look great in this editing mode. It's kind of overlapping the other line here. But I'll show you what it looks like in a moment. Okay, and I'm just going to add in as well the final thing on this row. Oh, well, that's one more thing after that, actually. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just a bunch of different symbols that you can add in as needed. And we have a whole lot of different symbols in these drop-downs. So I'll just add a few in. Like so. And finally, we have the hyperlink option. I think this is probably pretty obvious as well, but I'll go through it anyway. If you wanted to add a link to another website or something else you want to show online at the conference, this will open up in a separate box. So I'm just going to add this link. And you can see that it's linked here, so we'll be able to access that from preview mode. Right, so now I'm going to show you preview mode, and this is something we encourage you to do quite often throughout the process of creating a poster. Just continuously check it in preview, because this is how your how the participants are going to see it at the conference and what you'll see when you're presenting as well. So it gives you a good idea of like the overall look of it. I'd also recommend saving as often as you can, and you do save every time you click on preview. It's an automatic save. But it's just a good habit to get into as well. So we'll click preview. Okay, so as we can see, we have got everything's looking pretty good. I'm just going to expand this content box and just click on this image, and it comes up to its full size. Now I just want to make sure my sound is down here. All right, that is playing. Let me bring it up to full screen. Okay. And you can just check that it's actually playing the whole way through. But it looks good. And then we've got our iframe down here. So this is what it looks like in the actual presentation. We can click on full screen. And this is just an example of something you might want to include. So it's like a little bit interactive, which is kind of cool. I'm going to click, let me just turn that off and click play. And when I click play, you'll notice that this transcript available button comes up. So if you have included a transcript, that will be what pops up. And then your transcript that you entered in before will be here. Great. Okay, so I think we'll go back to the editor for now and keep going. So then the other thing I want to show you is this box here at the bottom. You have the option to make it a text filled box, and this would just make it exactly the same as these other boxes up here. So you can just put in a bunch of data. Bunch of text, images, videos, exactly what you've included in the other boxes, really. But just to if you decide that then you don't want to keep it as a text box and you want to change it to an image slider, which is the other option for this box, you can use this setting on the menu here called template settings and just click on reset slideshow box, and then you can click on image slider. So basically then you would just upload images into this box, and to do that you click on the little gray box here. And it's the same process as before with uploading images. Unfortunately, you can only do one at a time. And then I want to do another couple. Cool. And then the beauty of this box as well is, just say you're sick of having images here and you, for whatever reason, want to go back to the text that you had before. If you click on this and then click text, your text will still be there. And same thing, if you decide you want to go back to your images, they'll be here and uploaded still. But it just doesn't show like those simultaneously on the preview. So it's one or the other, but at least they remain uploaded if you do change your mind. So I'll just quickly show you how the slideshow works. So you'll see here that it looks like it's cut off the image here, and that's because there's only so much room for this box in the condensed mode. But as soon as a participant, or you, if you're presenting, click onto this, it will bring it up to its full size. And then you'll notice these buttons down here. So you can pause, for example, and then you can just go backwards and forwards through the images. Or you can just let it play through as well, and they will just play through on repeat. And then just click outside to exit. All right. Great. Next thing I'm going to show you is the logo images and the author photos up in the top corners here. So it's up to you if you want to include images here or not. I'm going to add a few in. You can include up to 10 in each section here. So I've got this logo here. And then I want to include another one. So I'm just going to click on the gray section again to include another logo. And this one. Great. So now if I hover over this section, I can see that I've got my 2 images uploaded here. And maybe I don't really want to have 2 of the same logo. So if you do want to remove an image, then you would just click on the image that you want to remove. And then when you hover again, you'll notice there's just 1 image there. And in this side, I'm going to upload a couple of author images. So I've got Joe. And I'll upload one of myself. I think I've got in here. Yep. Cool. And you can see that both of the author images have uploaded here. So if I go back to preview mode and just show you how these kind of work. So when you only have 1 image uploaded, it will just be a static image that sits here in the corner. But if you have more than 1 image uploaded in either of these sections, they will kind of just roll through like a slideshow, so that they're continuously kind of moving through. Great, okay. Now I'll take you through the main menu items here and this bar up here as well. So right now you can see that the poster is currently unpublished. When it's published, it will have a green notification here. So I'm going to show you that very quickly. So on the main menu down the bottom here, you have this blue publish button. When you're ready to publish, just click publish. You'll get a notification that comes up saying that it has been published. And then it will take it can take anywhere from like half an hour to an hour for it to appear in the online gallery. But at this point, your poster has been published and you've got the green notification up here. Also, this will say unpublish. So then if you've made a mistake, you don't want to publish just yet, you can simply just click unpublish again and it will become unpublished. We've got the deadline up here, which is January 5th. I think if you click on this, oh no, okay, this looks like it's incorrect, this messaging. But anyway, there will be a message here that does have the right dates on it once I update it. So that's there. And we've talked briefly about the audio snippet. So again, this is quite similar. This is if you wanted to include an overall narration. You can either upload an existing audio file or you can record directly into the system. I'm going to just upload a existing file here. This one. And similarly, when you have uploaded your file or you've clicked stop on your recording, it will upload automatically. You'll have that enter transcript button where you can add your transcript. You can also download the narration. You probably wouldn't want to do this unless you had recorded to the system. It's then a good idea because you'll have a copy of it. And if you need to edit your transcript, then you can do so clicking here. So the next 4 buttons we've got here, they're completely optional. You can add excess author information into this box. There's only a certain amount of room up here for author names and affiliations. So if you have run over or if you decided you want to include more information on your authors, then you can do so in this box here. The abstract can go here. You can add your disclosures here if you want to, and references if you want to. If you don't include any information in these boxes, then they won't show up on the poster at all. But if you do include information, there'll be a button, like I showed you before from the gallery, and you can click on the button and read the information that's in there. So I'm just going to add some information into 2 of these boxes. The next button, I don't think this is going to be very relevant for you guys because you're all on site, if I've got that correct. I'm pretty sure it's an on-site conference only. This is more used for when people are presenting virtually. So I'm not going to run you through that because it probably won't be much use for you. And next we have our image repository, and so this is where all of our uploaded images will be kept and where you can access them if you need them again. If you want to edit an image, you can do simple edits in here as well. So I'll show you that quickly. Just say for this image, I'll just zoom out a bit. I wanted to crop it to make it a square shape. So we see that this little crop tool, this box appears up here. We just stretch that out and I just want to kind of center this. Okay, and then I'm going to click on crop and it will crop down, and then you can either save and replace or save as a new image. So I'm just going to do that. And you'll see that it just saves as a new image and you can use that as you need to. And then the next button we have here is version history. This could come in handy if you want to revert back to a previous saved version. We keep, I think it's 10 to 15 versions in this section here. And you might make like many more than that, but we only keep a certain amount here. If there's a version that you can't find here that you want to revert back to, we'll have it in our admin system. So you'll just have to send us an email to our support desk. But let's just say I want to go back to version 1. Let's see if that's worked. Yeah. So this was my first save point. So I just make a change here and I'm like, yeah, this is where I want to continue from, and I save. So essentially I've just gone back to the first version that I ever had saved. And then I decide, nah, I didn't actually want to do that. So you can see here that this highlighted one is your current version. I'm just going to go back to the most recent one before that. And I'm back here to what I had before. So I'll just make a change like this, click save, and that basically saves the new version as the current version. So then we have our support tab. This author resources button, it just will send you to our author resources page, which is all those links that were included in the letter of agreement. And then we have the render thumbnail button. This is a bit of a funny one. It's used if you have a published poster in the gallery, but for whatever reason it doesn't have a thumbnail or the thumbnail hasn't generated properly. You can give this a manual nudge by generating your own thumbnail, and then it will get updated in the gallery probably within the next hour or so. Okay, we've gone through template settings already. Print poster, you might want to use this if you want a physical copy of all the content that you've included on your iPoster. So if you click print poster, all of the content will download into a PDF printable web page, and then you can just right click print and save to your computer or print out as necessary. So you can save it as a PDF here. The share poster, that's pretty self-explanatory. That is just the URL link to your poster, which is the same as this one up here. So if you wanted to share it with a colleague or get someone to check it out and give you feedback, you can share that link with them and they'll see what we see in the preview mode and they'll be able to interact with the poster and read through it, etc. So then we come to my settings. So the most important setting probably is this first one here, manage co-authors. You can use this to invite co-authors or co-editors to your poster, and they can edit the poster as well. So you just enter the details here and click send invite. Then you can decide if you want them to appear on the contact author button as well, which will be at the bottom right of your poster. You manage the co-authors down here. So if you want to delete someone as a co-author, you can do that once you've invited them. Basically, they'll get their own unique login credentials and they'll be able to make all these edits as well, except they won't have the option to delete and they won't have the option to add or edit co-authors either. A lot of these are self-explanatory. I'm just going to go through the most important ones here. So share iPoster, this button is defaulted to yes. It's one of those gray buttons at the bottom of your poster. And you would use this if you wanted participants to be able to click this button. They can enter their email and then they will get a link of your poster sent to them so they can maybe check it out at home later when they've got a bit more time. Statistics, this is just your poster statistics. Comments, so this might have been a new feature since last time, I'm not 100% sure, but basically participants can now leave comments on your poster. You can turn this off if you like, it is defaulted to be on. And then any comments that they leave will appear down here in this section. You can reply to the comments from here and you can also flag them as well. You can decide here as well if you would like to receive email notifications when the comments have been added. And then finally, we have our notifications archive. So we'll send out notifications sometimes, for example, if we're doing maintenance on the system and it might be down for an hour or 2 hours or whatever. So you'll only see the notification pop up when it's new, so for the first time, and then any old notifications will be stored in this section here. Cool. What have we got left? Okay, yes, probably one of the best features, and I should have started with this one. But we have introduced a switch template feature. So this means that you can switch between interactive templates. If you want to change from an interactive template to a PDF template, you're going to have to use the delete button. But I will show you switch template first of all. So when I click on it, you can see that the current template we have selected is grayed out. And then you can choose to select any of the other available interactive templates. So if you decide, I don't want this template, it's not working for me, I'm going to go to this one here with 5 content boxes instead of 6. So I'm just going to choose that and click OK. So because we've been in the system a while, it might not update straight away. We might have to log out and log in again. We'll see what it does. Yeah, so I think it's going to make us do that. So I'm just going to log out and log in again. And now you can see that the template has changed to the one that we chose. And the last template we had actually had more content boxes. So if you change from a template that has more content boxes to one that has less, you'll actually see this residual content button show up in your main menu. And you can click on this and it contains all of the images and the text that was in those extra content boxes. So with the text, you can just copy paste this if you want to add it back in anywhere here. And the images will still be available in the image repository, so you can just add them in from here. I'll just show you that briefly because we didn't add an image from the image repository. So if you click on image and you don't want to upload one, the image repository tab is up here. So you might just want to go, okay, I'll just select one from here and add it in. Yeah, so I think I'll just show you the delete button now. Like I said, you probably won't need to use this unless you want to completely delete your interactive poster and switch to a PDF template. Just keep in mind when you do delete, you're going to lose all of your text and any audio that you've uploaded. But the images and other media will still be uploaded in your repository. So I'm going to delete. You'll get this warning message that comes up. Click OK, and it'll take you back to the choose template page. So then you can choose a PDF template. This one's really self-explanatory. Again, drop a PDF here or click to upload. I'm just going to use this one. Great, and your PDF poster has been uploaded. You can still use all of the tools that are on the main menu here. You can add a narration. You can add information into these sections here. If you did decide that you wanted to upload a new PDF, you don't have to delete and start all over again. You can just click on this button here and then choose a new PDF to upload. So I don't know if I have any here. Here we go. And so it uploads a different PDF for me here. So I would just save, well, no changes, and then I can click publish. Done. So that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask now?
Should we have gotten the invite to get the iPoster logins already?
Yeah, they should have come. I think it was like last week or the week before. If you haven't received it, check your spam or promotion folders. And if you still can't find it, just send us an email. I'll put the email address in now. This is our support email in the chat. So you can just send us an email there and we'll post it out to you again.
Thank you.
We've got a question here from Kayla. Where will this recording be uploaded? That's probably one for you, Sarah.
What was that again? Let me see.
Where the recording's going to be uploaded?
Yeah, this will be uploaded to our website. We have a section for undergraduate students and for the seminars, so it'll be uploaded there. Your coordinator can also send you a link to that. I will have it up probably by tomorrow.
Cool. And also, Sarah, if you want, I can add it to that notifications section that I showed you about before as well. So yeah, if you send me the link through. Does anybody have any other questions at all?
Yeah, I have a question. I was wondering about multiple versions of, like you said, your history is there. And so if you were to change, using multiple different templates and then save, and then you do a switch template and then you save again, even though it's been like maybe only like 10 seconds, and both of those will be in there separately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. I know I've tested this before. It was a while ago, but I believe so. Not if you delete your poster. So between like PDF and interactive posters, no, that won't be the case. But yeah, if you've just changed templates, it should contain those in the version history.
Okay, so if you were to have a poster, a PDF version, then that means you can only see that PDF version. You can't go to earlier versions where you had the interactive.
That's right, because when you go from an interactive template, if you decide, no, I want to go PDF, you actually have to delete your poster.
The whole history.
Yeah, because it's like a completely different template. It's not transferable.
Okay. Can a student or participant have two kind of accounts where they have, is that possible?
Yeah, I should have mentioned that. So if a student has multiple presentations that are assigned to them, basically at the start, you would have a drop down. So hang on, let me go back to the page so I can show you what this looks like. So before we get to the choose template page, we would click here and then there would be a drop down and it would ask you to choose your presentation first of all. So you would choose a template for one presentation. And then when you've done that, there would be a drop down box at the top of your page, and then you can toggle between the two presentation types. So then you would go to the second presentation and then you would select a different template for that, or the same template, whatever you like.
Okay, thank you.
There's another question here from Jessica. What information should we include when emailing the support email for the link? Yeah, good question. So it's very helpful if you can put in the subject line or somewhere the name of the conference. So 2024 K-INBRE is fine. We've got this code here. If you want to use that, that's fine. And then we search for your details using your email or your name, so we can use that information. And then just if you're having an issue, like something's not working, if you could explain like why it's not working, or maybe provide a screenshot, it makes it a little bit quicker. Yeah, that's generally what you should include.
Is the support email the one that initially sent this email?
I'm not sure who the from address was, but yeah, we sent it from our MailChimp account, but sometimes we use the client send address, or sometimes we use our own domain. So yeah, I'm not too sure off the top of my head. I didn't actually send these ones out. This is my colleague who did this one.
Has anybody else already received their email that can maybe check? I guess not.
I can check. It just takes me a little while. From name, from email. No, sorry, the from email was this email here, KINBRE@kumc.edu. So no. But if you have the email, like I showed you before, our email is also, I put it in the chat, but this is the iPoster support email address. So support@iPosterSessions.com. And I'll just say again, anything that's not technically related to the iPoster system, like if it's just related to the conference in general, you're best to email Hiara Chapman here at this link. And that's because mostly we just can't really answer questions about the conference. It's better to send them directly to organizers. Okay, any more questions?
If we haven't received the email, is it because we haven't registered, or should we have received it anyways?
Have you registered?
No.
then you won't receive the email until you register. 'Cause you'll
Okay,
have-
that's okay. I was just double checking.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you'll have to go in and fill out the form that says you're presenting a poster, and then that's when you'll be added to the list.
And so if we say don't have an abstract ready, can we still
Yes.
register? Because it tried to make me submit something and I had nothing to submit yet for the abstract. Because I know it said you could go back and edit it, but it prompted you to have to submit something. So
Oh, it wasn't an option.
to not submit it. So that's why I haven't registered. So I was waiting till I have my abstract ready.
I mean, until you're ready to submit that abstract, I can check with, I mean, you can email Hayata. Why don't you email Hayata and ask her? She would be the best bet.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, she can tell you if you can submit something else or what needs to be done.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
There's one more question here I've just noticed. Is there a preferred format for citations, or are they fine as long as they are cited correctly?
I would say use whatever your discipline uses. So if you are, I would ask your coordinator or your mentor about that. Whatever your discipline uses, I would use that. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be checking them that closely, but it's always good practice to make sure that those are correct for your discipline.
There's one final question here, Sarah. This is probably another one for you. I filled out my registration but haven't received my email yet. When should I be expecting it again?
I would say to go ahead and contact iPoster and ask them to resend it to you.
Cool. Any final questions?
All right. Well, let's thank Felicity for her presentation.
Thanks, guys.
Like was mentioned, this is recorded, so I will try to get that up tomorrow onto our website. And if you have any other further questions, you can email Hayata about the conference, or iPoster about your email, or you're welcome to contact me if you have any other questions. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.